Alwyn, this is not the time to play. Just letting you know now. Ow! That's my foot, boy! Oh, then you're just gonna lick my feet. You disgusting whore. You foot fetish ass bitch. Ow! Ow, fucker. Hi. Hello. It's Maya. And welcome back to my channel. There's a cat hair on the lens, which is just what I wanted. Stop licking my feet! You're making me very uncomfortable. I feel like this is some sort of seduction tactic, and I'm not here for it. Alright. Hi. So like a month ago, I had asked for you guys to give me any questions that you had about body mods, whether it was about me or you or just anything in general. And some of you apparently can't read and you just asked me whatever you wanted, which I'm not mad about it. The prompt was not fulfilled for some of you, but that's okay. I'm gonna just answer all these questions anyways, and we can have an amazing time doing it. I'm gonna be looking at myself a lot because my hair is different and I just need to get used to it. And if it looks shitty, don't roast anybody except for myself because I cut it myself. But also, yeah, I just can't stop looking at myself because
it's fucking weird.
I kind of look like my mother. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, you are completely 70s right now with that rocker high fashion ass mullet. But it's all good. Really quick though, before we do anything, I want to introduce you to this little guy. He still's got some fur on him, but it's a little mouse skeleton. My mom and my sister found it in our front yard, and then they threw it out. And I said, how are you gonna throw it out without showing me? And then we dug it out of the garbage, and I put gloves on, and I just, like, you know, picked all the little nasties off of him. Like I said, he's still got some fur on him, but he's really cute. Let me just, look at him. It's just a little mouse skeleton. I love him, so he's part of the family now. Or she, I don't really know what it was. I can't see if he's got a wiener or not. I think that's already like disintegrated. But he's just gonna chill right here. But now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna answer some of these questions. I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I'm just gonna go right down the list. So this first, wow. So this first one just says tattoo haul question mark. What are you asking? Do you want me to go out and get a bunch of tattoos and then come back and show them off, or do you want me to do like a tattoo tour? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking, but I don't really have a lot of tattoos, so I can't really give a tour of anything. I have 7, so I don't think that would be very interesting. Maybe when I get some more, that could be fun. Alright, Mrs. Creepypasta says, what horror movie makes you genuinely spooked and what movie always makes you cry? Well, a horror movie that always makes me spook is Wreck. It's the Spanish original version of Quarantine, and it's fucking creepy. But also, like, alien movies. I don't know. I watch a lot of horror movies. I've seen a lot of horror movies, so not a lot of things really, like, creep me out anymore. But aliens, because I don't fuck with aliens. I think they're cool. I think they exist. I'm surprised I haven't been fucking abducted yet. I don't fuck with them because they scare me, and I don't like anything that has to do with space because I'm a baby bitch. So yeah, I don't fuck with alien movies. I will watch them because I want to be scared and I want to freak myself out. But yeah, they scare me. The movie that always makes me cry, I don't know. I can cry at like dumbass shit if it really gets to me, but I haven't watched a movie recently that made me cry, and I also can't think of any that's made me cry because I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore unless they're horror movies. Sorry for that boring ass answer. Serena asks, what piercing and tattoo do you really want at the moment? Piercing, nothing really, except for like, I really want to get like my conch pierced and then maybe like punched or something and get like a little hole going in that bitch. But other than that, yeah, I pretty much just want like some more ear piercings. Not really too fond of anything else in the face. I used to have my lip ray pierced. I don't know, lip, mouth piercings, I don't really fuck with them anymore. And then tattoo, I don't know, I have a lot of tattoos in mind that I would like to get. It's just a matter of money and convenience and anxiety. So I just put everything on the back burner. But I think my next one might be just a spider web on my knee because I have a bunch on my right leg. So I think to even it out, I'm gonna get a spider web on my left knee because I think that'll be cool. Alyssa says, rate your body mods to least to most painful / expensive / healing process. That's a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna do like piercings, ears, and tattoos. So least painful probably was my septum piercing, in all honesty. It was like a 2-second pinch and it was over and it didn't hurt that bad. Most painful, alright, I'm gonna sound like a big bitch here, but this tattoo, that was the most painful. Everybody says that getting tattooed on bone hurts worse than like fat, but with me that's definitely not the case. Fat hurts so fucking much. Like bone I can handle. Tattoo my fucking ankle bone all you want. I don't care. That shit doesn't hurt me. Tattoo my sensitive ass fatty flesh? No, I don't like that. That was the most painful and it was also my quickest tattoo. And I wanted to tap out. So there's that. Least expensive. maybe my septum. I think maybe it was my labret, actually. I don't know. This whole area was all like an average of like $40. So the most expensive, either stretching my ears because there's a lot of different materials and jewelry and all that stuff, and just an accumulation of all the things that I've gotten over the years, kind of just like probably added up. Yeah, I think my most expensive tattoos were $250, but then after I tip, obviously it's like $300 or something. But I do actually think, I think my ears surpassed that, so I'm gonna say my ears. And then healing process, easiest healing process, nose. Regular piercings. Worst healing process. I don't know, actually. None of my piercings or tattoos have really been like hard to heal. Like I've never had any like difficulties with any of them. I did have the little tiny like keloid bumps or whatever around my nostrils, but that went away after like 2 or 3 months or something. Yeah, I never really had any issues. Nothing really ever got infected. I mean, my ears probably, because they're big bitches. Alright, Mason said, what's your favorite tattoo style, either for yourself or just in general? Also, do you have any favorite artists? My favorite tattoo style is traditional / neo-traditional. I'm a really big fan of like big bold lines. I do like bold colors if they're done in a certain way. Like I like muted bold colors, if that makes any sense. My preference when it comes to coloring is mostly black and gray with splashes of color, but as long as it's pretty much just like traditional / neo-traditional, I should be happy with it. I'm not really a big fan of realism or, you know, portraits, new school. I do think that it looks good. Like I'm not saying that any of it looks bad if it's done correctly, obviously, but I just would never personally get that because I just don't think that that's really it's not really my jig, you know? And then favorite artists, I do have some. I'm into tattoos, obviously. However, I'm not that into it where I've like memorized people's names. So like I do have different people that I follow, whether they're from my city or from different cities or countries. Not really people who I've like memorized their names. So if you are curious, my Instagram is linked below. You can go see who I'm following, and if any of them look like obvious tattoo artists, you can just click on them and then see who I'm into, you know? Krista and Lexi asked, do you have any tips on how to break the habit of playing with healing piercings? Unfortunately, no, I do not, because I never really had that issue. If anything, I chewed on my labret stud a lot. I would always like hook my teeth onto it, but that never really affected the piercing. So yeah, I can't really answer that. I guess just if you want the piercing and you want it to heal, you just have to like train yourself and be like,
bitch, don't do this.
Okay, Fawn left an essay, but she said basically, do you just let your ears decide on how big you stretch, or do you keep going bigger because you dig them and it becomes more of an obsession? I wouldn't say it's an obsession or anything. My goal size originally was 3/4 of an inch, and then when I got to 3/4 of an inch, I was like, oh, my ears are kind of bigger. That doesn't really look as big as I want them to be. Let's just keep going bigger and stop when I'm satisfied. But I do think that when I hit 1 inch, I'll be happy. The size that I'm at now, I'm really content with, which is obviously 22, 23 millimeters. But yeah, I really don't think it's an obsession. I really don't think that it's me like letting my ears decide on how big they go. It's just I have my goal and I'm determined to reach said goal. I would just keep in mind that really no matter what piercing you have, the longer amount of time that you have it, the more your body gets accustomed to it and kind of stretches around it. Even people who have normal like 20 gauge piercings, just wearing like heavy jewelry will stretch it out. So obviously that's going to happen to you. So I would just keep that in mind. It's not something you really gotta worry about. Alright, Cadence asked, you probably get this question 25/8, but do you ever regret stretching your ears? Do they ever get in the way of your job / daily life? I don't really regret stretching my ears. I maybe regret not being as knowledgeable as I am now in the beginning, so I wouldn't have done a lot of dumb shit that I did to my ears, but I don't really regret them. They're something that I want, they're something that I like, and it makes me feel more like myself and how I want to be interpreted to the world. And then do they ever get in the way of your job / daily life? Job, not really. I've had 3 jobs in my life and they've all been food. My first job, they told me I couldn't stretch past a certain size and I said okay, and then I did it anyways because nobody noticed. And then my second job, they didn't give a shit what size my ears were. And then my current job doesn't give a shit at all. I literally go to work looking exactly like this. As of right now, no, they haven't gotten in the way of getting a job. If you have trouble with that, I would say maybe try to look for more local jobs, because I didn't realize it, but like all I've had are like local jobs around here, and I find that they're more lenient than corporations maybe. As for getting in the way of my daily life, the only thing is that when I wear big over the ear headphones, they kind of hurt, so normally I'll just take them out when I wear big ass headphones. And then when I'm stretching my ears and I try to go sleep wearing glass plugs, they kind of get in the way and like hurt my neck. But oop, Caleb asks, way too many things. Favorite books, horror movies, regular movies, TV shows, favorite thing on Netflix/Hulu. This is a lot. Favorite books. I mostly read gay fan fiction, so there's that. Horror movies, I have a whole video on that. And then as for these other ones, I kind of basically just answer them in my other like random Q&A video, so I'm sorry, Caleb. I can't really answer anything. Violet says, I can't think of a question, but I love you and your channel. Thank you, Violet. I love you too. Melody says, would you do a video on weight loss or stuff evolving that? I did have one, and then I took it off my channel because I don't fuck with that. I don't know, I feel like for people with eating disorders, that's a really touchy subject, and then everybody loses weight differently. Everybody's eating habits are different. I don't know, I don't want to like contribute to that. Justin says, where'd you get your inspiration for stretching your ears? Also, your first tattoo or any oh shit moments from tattoos or piercings. Inspiration, honestly, I grew up emo. It's all I saw, and I always enjoyed it, and I liked it, and I said, ooh, I want to do that. And then my first tattoo was this lighthouse on my arm right here. And then any oh shit moments? Not really. Some guy says, how was it getting your septum pierced and how was the healing process? Made a video on that. You can go watch it. Jen says, can you do a video on piercings that are rejecting and how to stop it? Honestly, probably not, because I've never had that happen to me before, so I know literally nothing about that. I don't think that I would be much help, but I appreciate the curiosity and the suggestion. Peyton says, future tattoo plans/ideas. I have many. I feel like because I'm always changing my mind on things and changing as a person, so I don't really like to like blast out my tattoo ideas to the world just because I don't know if it's certain. It'll be certain when it goes on my body. Alright, Diesel Dean says, which do you like better, slasher or paranormal movies, and why? I would say paranormal movies because slasher really doesn't scare me. I really only watch slasher for like the gore aspects of it and like the shock factor, but paranormal movies tend to lean more towards like creepy, uncomfortable, and just like unsettling, and that's what I prefer in horror movies. When I watch horror movies, I want to be scared and I want to be just freaked out, and paranormal gives me that, whereas slasher does not. Brittany says, I don't know if you answered this in your last lobe stretching video, but what's the best way to start, what to get, etc., beginner tips? I have videos, Brittany. So, what the hell are you banging on, bitch? I think somebody across the street is like putting up a moving sign. Come on, put your back into it. Alright, he's done. But yeah, I have videos on this, so you can go and watch them if they so interest you. Connor asks, worst part of having streached ears, or really any of your body mods, to be honest. I would honestly say the worst part is just having people stare at me, which I know, looking like this, having people stare at you comes with the territory. I'm not oblivious to that. But as someone who's very like shy and generally just kind of uncomfortable in a lot of social situations, especially when I'm by myself, I don't like people staring at me, especially when they make it completely obvious. And half the time it's like, I don't know whether I want to be that cliche, angry, modified looking person being an asshole and confronting the person and being like, what the fuck are you looking at? And then I don't know if I should just ignore them and let them get away with just blatantly like staring at me. So it's just like a very thin line that I don't know whether or not I can cross it. I'm going off on a tangent here, but basically when I'm by myself, I don't really acknowledge people staring at me. Normally I'll bring headphones out with me if I'm doing stuff on my own so that I just don't have to have people like coming up to me. And if they do, I have a reason to be irritated, because it's kind of like, why are you interrupting me when you clearly see that there are headphones in my ears and I don't want to talk to you. But if I'm with like my mom or friends or whatever, if I'm with other people in public and I notice people are staring at me, that's usually when I feel like it's okay / I'm comfortable with confronting them and being like,
wow, I love when people stare at me.
Because I know that I have somebody else there to back me up and it's not just kind of like me against them. I love how I look. I think I look good. I like all my piercings and I like my ears and all that stuff. When people stare at me, it just makes me incredibly uncomfortable and I don't fuck with that. Gabby asked, tattoo pain based on location and aftercare. If I get more tattoos, I'll make a video on aftercare, but as of right now, I haven't gotten a tattoo in literally a year. Based on location, I would say the least painful tattoo was probably the scorpion on my shin. And then, like I said, the most painful tattoo was the fucking lettering on the back of my calf, or on my calf. Serena, which your name makes me uncomfortable because it's exactly the way my sister's name is spelled. Advice on septum stretching, please. The video will be linked. Alex said, what made you want gauges? I don't have gauges. So, Alex, can't really answer something that I don't got. No, I know what you mean, but for future reference, Alex. Alec? Alec. They are just stretched ears. The gauge is the size. I don't have car equipment or anything like that in my ears. I just wanted to roast you a little bit. It's all in good fun though, Alec. We're all having a good time here. And then, oh geez, Anya Nemo PLM said, spooky makeup video, question mark. Spooky makeup video? I can maybe do that. I have done some spooky looks before on my Instagram and stuff, but I never filmed any. So if that's something you guys are interested in, just let me know and I can maybe do it. So yeah, that was everything. If you sent me a question, thank you so much. That is all I have for you guys today. I know this is kind of a lazy video, but I'm trying to get back on my feet with this shit after being gone for, well, it was like 3 weeks, but to you guys it was only like 2. But anyways, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. And all my links and info will be in the description box below. My ankle just cracked. I don't know if you heard that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.